This conference will now be recorded.
Rise and grind to everyone, coming to you with a market update. Right now we can see there's blood in the streets in the market. Bitcoin back to 38K. You have ETH coming in at 2,785. And then the entire market is red right now. We probably have a few coins that are not in that zone, but let's go ahead and hop in the charts. Also, I just wanted to show this document here, Money and Payments, the US dollar in the digital age of digital transformation. A good read to take something to take a look at. And also the report on stablecoins from the President's Working Group on Financial Markets and the FDIC and the Office of Comptroller and Currency. We'll go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. As you can see, we did fail holding support in this area of liquidity, and we've also broke through the lowest level of support from January 10th, which was a wick down. So from here, you can see that price did come down and test this previous support level right here at about 37,647, and the low here was 37,704. So now what could we expect to happen next? Let's look at a 4-hour. From a 4-hour perspective, we would need to see Bitcoin break back above $39,651 to continue to try to move up. We were rejected yesterday by the 100-day moving average, which is coming in at $42,949. And that caused us to make a downtrend. And the last time Bitcoin tried to get above that 100-day moving average was on January 13th, and we were rejected there as well. So from a daily perspective, actually let's just look on a weekly and see what we see here. From a weekly perspective, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see Bitcoin come back down to $35,592, and that is the 100-day moving average. We do have some levels of support here if we just use the body closings. You can see that we have a level of support here at about $38,212. Looking at that on the daily, you can see that price is still moving down right now. Not really that much support here, except going down to about, again, 37K. So I would expect Bitcoin to keep heading down to find support. And once we do that, we can assess moving back up into this area of liquidity again, and testing the 20-day moving average, which is coming in at 43K and $14. So until we make a higher high of the previous high, we will continue to be rejected by the 20-day moving average. Don't need to spend too much time. If we can't find a level of support above there, the next level that I see personally is about 35K, $924. So that's what we can expect from Bitcoin. Let's look at these indicators. You can see that we are heavily oversold on Bitcoin. So we can potentially see a reversal. Maybe pushing back up and testing the bottom of this liquidity pool coming in at 41K, $492. But we can also see that we do have negative momentum on the MACD coming in. The volume is increasing for selling off on the 4-hour. We are also heavily sold on RSI. So what I would expect is Bitcoin to come back up. You see, we were rejected on the 4-hour of the low from the previous time frame, from the 8-hour time frame on the 4-hour chart. Right now we're in the 12-hour time frame. So until we make a high above about $38K, $891, we would not make an uptrend. We can go ahead and move on to Ethereum. So Ethereum right now is being rejected on the daily by the level of support that I put here on Monday. And you see how these support levels work. We are heavily oversold on the RSI, but we can see the same thing happen here. We can see a run up and a push back down, then a slight run up again, and another push back down. So I'll be surprised if we do run up again, get rejected by this level of resistance now that was previously support, then see lower prices come in. Right now, for a level of support, personally, I see this first level here coming in at $2,698. And if we cannot hold here, actually, let's move that up a little bit. Get to about $2,714. And you can see that Ethereum is making its way there. Let's turn the wicks back on to see, did we touch that line of support? And almost. Right now, price is at $2,770. So we're making our way there. And if price cannot hold support here, let's look at the 4-hour. So the same situation, I would expect another push back up we would need to make a higher close on the 4 hour, so the next 4 hours, so about on the 16 and the 20 UTC time above $2,833. And again, we can just see a push up in the RSI and then a rejection from that price to a lower low in the price. On the weekly, we can see that the 50-day moving average is coming in at $2,975. If we do not close the week starting off on January 24th above $2,975, don't be surprised if prices go back down to $2,000. Exactly at the 100-day moving average right now is $2,165 at the 100-day moving average. So that's what could happen. We are below the 45 level on the RSI. Strong negative momentum on the MACD. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Next, we can go ahead and take a look at, let's see if I can identify any divergence. Or support from a trend line here. Let's see. Really, I would have used this here. So until we break this downtrend, I wouldn't expect any higher prices anytime soon. Just on Bitcoin, let me see if I can identify any divergence. No, I don't. So that's the story for the top two. We can take a look at Cody. Take the wicks off. So right now, Cody is coming in at level support of 31 cent, 32 cent. That's the level of support. If we can't hold here, move down to 31 cent. And then from there, down to about, it's still 30 cent. And did we break the downtrend for Cody? We did. Broke the downtrend. Let me put the wicks back on. So now it seems that we're coming back down to retest this downtrend. I feel like we found support here. We had a previous support level around this area, so I would consider this the liquidity pool. The area of interest between 26 cent and 34 cent. So we can see Cody come down to at least 26 cent, and from there we can come back and reassess. But right now we have some slight, actually we have weak positive momentum below 45 on the RSI. And I do see the 20-day moving average trying to cross over the other moving averages, and actually the 20-day moving average is finding support above the 200-day moving average, so we can see if we can get a reversal from there. We can take a look at a couple more. Don't want to take too long on the charts this morning. Let's actually look at my list that I was bullish on. Same situation, but mostly all of the coins and tokens until we break above those 20-day moving averages. You will not see higher prices. As you can see here, Phantom did come down and test the 50-day moving average. Which is a good sign. And we do have negative momentum to potentially get some consolidation before another move up. Harmony right now is below the 45 on the RSI, below 100-day moving average. I wouldn't be surprised if price goes back down to the 200-day moving average, coming in at 21 cent. We're currently at 24 cent. Hex broke below the 236, which is 21 cent. So I wouldn't be surprised if price does go back down to 12 cent. VeChain is being rejected by the 20-day moving average. And I wouldn't be surprised too if price goes back down to 5 cent. Matic, I missed this discharge here, but we can see that Matic is below the 100-day moving average. And also strong negative momentum on the MACD. The 200-day moving average is coming in at $1.07. That is my next target, unless we can close above the previous price high, price low, and then make a higher high. The price low was $1.86. We're currently at $1.84. So on the next 2 or 3, 4 hours chart, bars, candles, we would need to make a close above that price and move back up and push above the 20-day moving average. But right now we can see that the 20-day moving average did cross over under all other major moving averages on January 18th on the 4 hour, and we can see that we are getting a downward trend on the daily. And it's today, actually, it seems that we're going to get a cross below the 50-day moving average from the 20-day moving average. And as I mentioned, I wouldn't be surprised if price does go back down to $1.70. That's what I see in the market right now. I would load up your bags, play the sideline. If you know how to short the market, you can short. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Something I would personally do. A good time to discharge some debt if you're familiar with the Instadebt. And also just load up your bags for when it's time to make an entry. No need to buy the dip when the dip keeps dipping. And then you just lost capital for no reason. And that's just a quick market update. Hope you find this helpful. Enjoy your Friday. Stay positive. Keep persevering. Peace out.